Welcome to the Mandcave, the only podcast hosted by two best friends with nothing in common except their names and their lack of showers in the past few days. I'm Mandy Kaplan.
And I'm Mandy Fabian. And every week, we do test the limits of our friendship, arguing over, well, these days, audiobooks and podcasts and all kinds of stuff that's not struck work. As we talked about before, grab a couch. Let's get to it.
Wait a minute, cut this shit.
So for those who aren't Fandys and didn't hear the pre-show.
Oh, yeah.
I've had no water. That's all. I'm not going to go into any more detail, but that's why I said we're both not showering. Because generally, Mandy's a non-showerer.
And she's not on a thirst strike. Let's be clear. It's in her house. Nope. There's no... Yep.
This is the last of my iced coffee. So it's very precious. Very, very precious.
That's the only thing you've been drinking for 5 days. No wonder you're in such a good mood. And and I got to tell you, I'm so happy to be back. I got giddy. You were doing our intro and I got filled with giddy excitement at getting to podcast with you again.
Oh, bless your heart.
Isn't that sweet? Normally, I'm not that excited to see you, but like today, it's really, it's
this
special.
Makes a very awkward transition, but I'm actually breaking up with you and ending the podcast.
No, that's great. I'm sure there's some great hashtags for that.
Yeah.
It's also a special day because my youngest daughter went to middle school today. So I'm officially like old. Is that the word? I think that's the word.
Done with parenting is how I like to think about it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So I feel okay. I feel like I sent the right cigarettes with her. I don't know.
Okay.
But these days,
what are they smoking these days?
I know, it's vaping.
Yeah.
So I just blew it. I just made her the uncool kid.
You blew it?
Dang. Okay, nice.
Vape. Yeah.
I'm loving the puns.
I've got puns of steel.
Oh my God.
Ow!
Favorite pun of all time, not to do a parent brag, but one time we were doing mountain puns. We were on a family road trip, as we always are. And there was a mountain and Abby goes, I beg to Cliffer. Oh, yeah. No, best pun ever. I still can't beat it. And I'm thinking of putting her up for adoption because of it. It's so good.
Any takers?
Are you interested?
Reach out. Yeah. On Discord at mandcave.com/Discord if you want to take over the raising of Abby Fabian.
That'd be great.
Will turn 13 in a month.
Yeah. That would be great, guys. She's a good kid. And if you run out of water, as you did over the last week, Abby will think nothing of it because she never showers. So
I would also like to offer up for those of us who are vertically challenged. Mm-hmm. Abby can reach anything.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Very tall.
You don't even have to go to the hardware store and buy one of those reacher things. You just have to raise my kid. I
would adopt her and immediately throw out my little stool that I have to carry around my kitchen to get things down.
You said stool. Oh, my God. Wait, how do you go to the bathroom?
I'm glad you asked. So we started off. Well, one morning I went to 2 different Starbucks and 2 different Ralphs to find an open bathroom at 5:30 in the morning.
Oh, no.
But then Jer said, you know what? We can turn the water on for a couple minutes, let the tanks fill up, and then turn the water off. So we did. And we heard like whistling in the pipes. And Jer said he felt like the house was shaking a bit.
Oh, my God.
When there's no control over the water pressure, your pipes can burst, I guess. So we are not doing that anymore. But when we did turn the water on, we filled up a bucket in the backyard. And I have empty jugs of water, and we fill up the tanks in the toilet so that we can flush. Like we flush twice a day.
Wow.
With this system. And we've bought, I bought these bottled waters.
Oh my God.
To brush our teeth and wash our hands and stuff. So it's hell.
Wow.
I'm a pretty princess. I should not be living like this.
I agree. What do you think it was? Was it a land shark?
I don't know.
I mean, you said whistling in the pipes. Was it like
I think this just happens.
Was it that kind of whistling? Because
it was.
No.
You said sharks.
Oh, dang.
West Side Story?
Oh, my God. Well, I couldn't hear the whistling because of the microphone, but everybody else did.
Oh, okay. I did. Yeah.
West Side.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
man. Okay. So enough sadness.
It's not sad. I'm so happy. Are you kidding? She's going to be able to drive soon. Oh, this feels really good. Yes.
Okay. So your kids are in middle school, but before they started middle school, they got to go to Taylor Swift with you.
Yeah.
And you had a wonderful time.
Oh, yeah. It was magical. And then because I'm an asshole, a friend of mine was like, hey, I have an extra ticket to Kelly Clarkson in Vegas. Want to go? So then I went to Kelly Clarkson in Las Vegas for a night.
Whoa.
It was crazy. I mean,
wow.
So I have all of the female singer-songwriters in my head, but Taylor is like a disease, like a brain disease. You can't, even when you leave a Kelly Clarkson concert, you're singing a Taylor Swift song. It's crazy.
That's a gift. Yeah.
Yeah, she's fantastic. It was, everyone has said it. Everyone's posted about it. It's like, but it's phenomenal. Right. Like she sold out, 6 shows in Los Angeles, right? At SoFi, which holds 75,000 people. There was I did see something really funny that Patrick showed me. There was a woman who took a video of a stadium filled with Taylor Swift fans. It had to be 100,000 people there. It was crazy. And she goes, I get this many people love Taylor Swift, but I don't get that this many people love football.
Oh.
And I'm inclined to agree.
Now that's Sophie's choice for me.
I know.
You know.
You would never have to choose, by the way.
Thank you.
Your dream would be Taylor Swift at a halftime show, but she's not there yet.
Oh. She hasn't done the Super Bowl halftime?
I don't know. Does she have to?
They gotta get her.
I don't know.
They gotta get her. Well, I am slightly classier. And I took my boys last night to Les Miserables.
Oh, very classy. And was it miserable?
It has held up so perfectly.
Yep.
It has not lost 1 ounce of passion and beauty and power. It's so well done. You know, I thought maybe it would be tired.
Yeah.
40 years old, I've seen it maybe 6 times, 7 times. I thought maybe it wouldn't make me cry every 3 minutes. I was wrong. I loved it so much. The boys both loved it. Although Jer sat next to a woman who had a carton of cigarettes for dinner. And so he's like, she smelled so bad.
She's not supposed to eat those. Doesn't she know that?
And then the woman behind him couldn't stop eating her cashews during the second act.
Oh, no.
So Eponine's dying and you hear crinkle, crinkle, crunch, crunch, crinkle. And we were all whipping our heads around. The international sign of stop eating your fucking cashews.
She didn't pick it up, huh?
She was intolerable. So Jer had one of those awful, like I hate live theater experiences because of the smelly lady and the cashew lady.
Sure.
But I was in bliss. It's still
I love that
incredible.
I love that you love it. You know.
Not your thing.
No, not my thing. And I wanted it to be because it was my mom's favorite musical. And I went and I was like, oh, they're singing the whole time. I didn't like it. I liked it when they sang the whole time in Hamilton. But you know that it's a musical bit where he goes, I believe it's pronounced miserable.
That's something rotten. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad that you had such a good time and we're so moved by it.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's great.
No, now you can't say it's beautiful.
For you, it's beautiful.
You don't like it.
The experience that you had is beautiful, but I don't want you to like me less because I dislike.
That's impossible.
And we bottomed out already. It went really low. Okay.
Man,
well,
years ago.
I know. I took the girls to see Peter Pan Goes Wrong.
Yes.
Have you seen it yet?
How was it?
Oh,
no, we thought about it. It's in my what do you call it?
You can get $20 tickets on a Tuesday night, and they're great. Yeah, they're up in the balcony, whatever, mezzanine, whatever, but they're great.
Did you go through Gold Star or? It's pretty cheap on Gold Star.
I'll text you.
Send me a link.
I'll text you. But it's great. It was really fun. It's not quite as surprising and amazing as the play that goes wrong. Because obviously there's a lot of similar.
Well, we didn't
jokes.
see that one, so this will be just.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I thought you saw it when it came into town. I thought you took Casey.
No, your jaw dropped like I just said. Oh, I support Trump.
Because I think that, first of all, he's wonderful. And second of all, I mean, he's going to do so well in jail, knock all of the wood. Knock all of the wood. Because how can...
He's going to make jail great again.
He's going to make jail great again. I mean, he's making indictments great again.
Ooh.
What?
We might need some swag with that phrase.
Absolutely. And I think I think you just got our $1 million idea. Or 30 million, however many people voted Democrat in the last election.
Shark Tank. Okay. I cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it was good. You should, I highly recommend it. I'll send you a link. It's really fun. The play that goes wrong is basically they're a fake local, for people who don't know, fake local theater company who puts on a production and everything goes wrong. The sets are shoddily built. The actors are amateurs. They get stuck in doing the same bit over and over again. They can't remember their lines. Everything falls apart. They're forced to drink things that are terrible. It's just really good, stupid fun. And this is Peter Pan who flies. And that's all I'm going to say. And that bit alone is worth seeing the entire production because the first time Peter Pan flies, you are dying laughing.
And was Bradley Whitford in it?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to change that every week, but yeah, he was in it.
Not every week. Oh. He's doing it for a month and then somebody else I recognized is doing it for a month. They have like a guest star.
Well, he was great and it was great. It's really good.
Oh, good.
Really good fun. I highly recommend. Theater.
Fun.
The theater.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what we can support and see with good conscience.
That's right.
We can also listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
Or read books. I don't know who's reading books these
Why?
days. Ugh.
You'd have to sit still for that.
I think I recommended already, but everyone in my family has killed someone. I just read that. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's light. It's a murder mystery with tons of humor.
We love
Everyone
those.
in my family has killed someone.
I love it.
But the book I assigned you to listen to is the latest from Curtis Sittenfeld.
Yep.
She is the author who wrote Prep and American Wife and Eligible. I'm not sure if she wrote others, but those are the ones I read. And now she has Romandic Comedy.
I did not read American Wife or Eligible. Is it great?
American Wife is a fantastic novel.
Oh.
Eligible's more like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of fun, frothy.
Yes.
Summer romance. But American Wife has depth and it's fantastic.
Wow, great. Okay. Looking for a new read. That's good.
Oh, it's great. I like the way Curtis Sittenfeld writes.
I had no idea that it was a woman. And I was listening to this book and going, why is this guy... Like I was really, because he was writing very well from the female perspective, I thought. And turns out he's not a guy.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I actually, I don't know the backstory of her pen name. Do you? I don't know why.
Is it a pen name?
I believe so.
I know exactly what the backstory is. I can tell you right now. It's either a dead grandfather or it's just if for the longest time, people perceive you if you're a dude differently. So why not have a dude name? I've thought about it, actually. There are things that I want to write that I've thought I should write this as a dude.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that's still a thing?
Maybe not as much.
Her middle name is Curtis.
Oh, well, there you go.
Not all that exciting.
And it's very interesting. So no dead grandfather? Well, can you Google if her grandfather's dead, though? Because now I want to know. It's not important.
I don't know about that, but I just, when you Google, a little blurb comes up and it says, my middle name is Curtis, but my parents decided to call me Curtis at birth. So everyone who knows me has always called me Curtis, but my legal name is Elizabeth.
Oh, it's not even a political anything. All right.
Nope.
Well, that works.
We should have laid a bet on it.
Mostly
wrong.
And I think I've always wanted to use a man's name too, because I'm worried that my script is going to be terrible and I don't want to take credit for it. So I think a pen name is great. I think you could take more risks if you just,
Yeah.
I'd like to decide a pen name by the end of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having nothing to do with writing or pen names or anything, I always wanted a boy's name.
Oh.
Like, I thought it would be really cute to be DJ or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, or Andy instead of Mandy. Because our name is stupid.
Oh, it's awful. It's like a dog's name.
It is a dog. It was Brian Doyle Murray's dog's name. I can tell you that because I worked with him many, many years ago and he met me and said, I love Mandy. That's my dog.
I had Stephanie Wing. Her beagle was named Mandy. So yeah.
Yeah, but Brian Doyle Murray's famous.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Stephanie's not. Yeah. Okay.
I've met very few famous people in my life, and I've worked with even less. Jennifer Lawrence, whatever. I'm just saying. So just let me have this.
Okay. You're and he's a Murray. That's a comedy god. Yeah.
Best friend.
You guys are so cute together. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thanks. So back to the book. Sorry, Curtis Sittenfeld.
Yeah.
This is the idea of this book is that our lead character, Sally Mills, is a writer on The Night Owls, TNO, which is a direct ripoff of Saturday Night Live, which she completely acknowledged.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a different name for Saturday Night Live. The musical and guest host are the same guy, Noah Brewster, who is, he's like, I would think an Ed Sheeran type.
Oh, interesting. Right? Yeah, I thought of a Keith Urban.
Extremely hot. Oh, Keith Urban.
I was picturing Keith Urban.
I was picturing a much hotter Ed Sheeran.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And they flirt when he comes to host, and she's confused because the whole premise of the book is, she's a 4 and he's a 10,000 on the hotness scale.
Yeah.
On the, she's insecure.
Yeah.
And why would he ever really be interested? So he leaves. She pisses him off on purpose. She pushes him away because she doubts that he could ever really be interested in her. And then they reconnect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the book.
Okay. So moving on. No.
Mm-hmm.
What's next week though? Yeah. It was, I love anything that makes me feel like I'm in Saturday Night Live. Like that was, it was really detailed with all of how they wrote the sketches and the little tweaks they did and how the whole rehearsal process worked. Like I think I've read the books, but it's been a while. So I forgot exactly. It was really, really fun. And her story about going to meet with the Lorne Michaels character. And it was, those tidbits were really, really fun. I've heard them before, but it's a world that I love to play in,
Right. And fictionalized, it's interesting. She had to come up with her own funny. Because if you're writing for 20 characters who are all writers and actors on Saturday Night Live, they all need to be quick-witted. They all need to be funny.
Yes. And the jokes in this book I thought were great.
My favorite that I laughed out loud, she says, I was working on a sketch with Henrietta, I think is the character's name or whatever, about dogs doing Google searches. And what would dogs search for, right? And initially the dogs are searching for, is it polite to smell my friend's butt? And, kibble versus chow, right? And like all dog Google searches. And then one of them's like, is it time to refi my mortgage? and that I was howling with laughter at dogs Googling total non-dog things.
Yeah.
Just, I thought that was really a funny stretch of jokes, one after the other, rapid fire.
Yeah.
And if she could do that, she should be writing for Saturday Night Live.
She really should. I was amazed at that. Like, you're right. The fact that I thought she was a writer for Saturday Night Live because I thought nobody could get into the head of the person that has to just be that stupidly funny that consistently. But I wonder how long it took her to write the book.
Well, it's set initially in 2016, and then they reconnect during the pandemic. So
yeah,
I don't know how long it actually took her, but she definitely included the pandemic.
Now, did you find that when they were discussing the pandemic, I was pretty
turned on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of alone time, if you get me, Wink, wink. No, I didn't have any PTSD. Like, for a while when people were doing, even during COVID, when people were doing, we were wearing masks and doing films and stuff with COVID, I was like, blah, nobody wants to talk about that. Blah. I don't want to be in COVID right after COVID. But this was kind of like, oh, yeah, that's right. COVID. This is a cute little love story that happened during COVID.
That's interesting. I didn't, because I'm not deep, I didn't investigate my feelings. I just read it. But you're right. I didn't get triggered or like, oh God, I remember. It was, dare I say, there was a bit of nostalgia about, that we all discovered some positive things in COVID.
Sure.
And if people lost loved ones, obviously that is pure heartbreak. But it was a time of reconnecting with people, even friends from far away. You would start Zooming with people,
Yes.
or your immediate house, or we met on the beach during COVID.
Yes.
And, and there were some lovely things that we discovered and did.
Yeah.
And this book really highlights those.
Oh, yeah. What did you think of the audio narrator? Like, I kind of dug it. I dug that she was doing her regular voice. And then when she did Noah Brewster, she kind of went like this.
Her name is Stephanie Shea, I think is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And I think she's fantastic.
Yeah.
I do wish there were a little more variety in the voices. As an audiobook narrator, I try, if my main male lead is going to have that kind of a voice, then another guy would maybe have a little more rasp in his voice. Like, I try to give them some difference. I don't go too cartoony, but her writing partner, Danny Horst, who's a big character in this, sounded just like Noah Brewster, the boyfriend.
Mm.
Yeah, there just wasn't a ton of variety. But I think she's a very good audiobook narrator. So I'm not.
Yeah, good storyteller. And you know what? Also to have to tell all those jokes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was...
Yeah, she was... Yeah.
A lot of comic timing and it was really fun. There were moments when the only frustration I had with the book was Sally's main obstacle of, I don't know if I'm pretty enough for you. And in fact, I think the first couple times she was doing that, I thought, I thought Curtis was a dude. Because I was like, ugh, I don't know. Do women really, is someone this strong and confident these days really
and
this hung up on this? And so successful. Yeah. And so funny and felt a spark. So the fact that she's constantly questioning that spark was crazy annoying to me.
That was actually why I wouldn't really rave about the book to people.
Yeah.
It's a fun read.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. So I liked Eligible a lot better, her last romantic comedy. There was, I don't know, it was just more, are they going to get together? It just had a little more stakes.
Yeah.
The only obstacle was her own neuroses and insecurity. And she had no reason for it.
Nope.
She was a writer on Saturday Night Live. She had been validated that she was smart and funny and talented, and so it was annoying. It was very eye-rolly.
Yeah.
And the amount of false stops and starts.
Yeah.
Where he would say something. She's like, what did he mean by that? Was that his way of telling me he doesn't want to see me ever again?
Right.
And I was like, no. And now you're taking a short story and making it a novel by doing this 15 times instead of one. The initial time she sabotages it at the Night Owls, that made sense to me. They had a lovely week. They were flirty. And then she just couldn't seem to understand he'd be interested. So she sabotaged. Total sense.
She made fun of him for dating a bunch of hot models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after that, he's reaching out to you. He's being very kind and connected and flirtatious. And stop it.
Yeah.
Curtis. Yeah. Elizabeth. Ooh, I bet when she's in trouble, her parents call her Elizabeth.
That's good. Yeah, call her Elizabeth. Yeah. When she listens to this, that's really going to burn.
It's going to get her.
That was my only problem with it, really, is I was like, I don't buy this at all. I just, But she's such a good writer and so clever. And listening to that comedy writer voice, and Noah's pretty funny himself. I was surprised at how interested I was in their emails back and forth. Like, I just enjoyed listening to their conversation.
Yeah.
Which isn't hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just hearing emails back and forth for like an entire, probably 20 minutes, right? At least.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
When they come back, that's what a lot of the pandemic section is.
Yeah.
It also deals with celebrity and
which has been hard for me. Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I do wonder about people who are thrown into celebrity, and you are to some degree. Patrick is a successful actor. You walk red carpets, and I'm just curious if you have ever felt the way she was afraid of feeling, or he was afraid of exposing her to the feeling that she was less than because she's not famous. So he tried to protect her from paparazzi and that exposure. And have you ever been told like, oh, step aside, miss, we're trying to get a picture of Patrick with Bob Odenkirk? Or like, have you ever felt the feeling of, oh, right, I'm not famous. My husband is, but I'm not.
Oh, 1,000 times. Absolutely. Yes.
Talk about each one in alphabetical or chronological
Do you
order.
have time? This should be a 3-hour episode, a very special episode.
Oh, it will be. It's our first one back.
There have been a few times that just where I'm not the famous one. That's absolutely right. There have been times, and this was really hurt, but there have been events when I'm there, but the pictures would not necessarily represent that because no one's taking pictures of the non-famous person, and that blows.
Right.
But Patrick has always been really good about wanting a picture with me on the carpet. Like every time we went to the Emmys, he had me on the carpet with him, which is kind of incredible and fun. And if I had never gotten to do it, I would not have liked that. And then after a while, I was like, I don't think I can get it up for an Emmy red carpet. And it got to the point where I was like, really fine. You do the carpet. I'm going to go have a drink at the bar.
Now, if you need an understudy, I've never done a fancy red carpet.
Oh.
I've done a couple of step and repeats and, lesser. But so
did you come to our
Emmys,
dropping the soap red carpet though? Did you come to that?
No.
Oh, okay. That was pretty fun. All right.
But I'm just saying I can do the red carpet and then then tag out.
Yep.
And you get to go to the Emmys and whatnot.
Great.
But that way, he still gets to say, this is my wife, Mandy.
Yep. You're right. That works out great. And probably he would enjoy the fresh take and conversation. I mean, I'm sure he would like a little change of pace. And also someone who's willing to wear lipstick. I mean, that would be a big...
I'm wearing it right now.
I know.
I haven't showered, but I still need my lipstick.
God bless you. I love it. Full circle. Guess what? After I did not get Saturday Night Live and I was like, what happened? And my brain broke. The thing that snapped me out of my depression was a red carpet.
Oh.
It was my very first one. We went to this charity event, this Best Friends Animal Shelter thing. Patrick was an ambassador and they invited him to come and do the carpet. And I had no idea what a carpet was. I was not even aware. It was a pretty small thing, but I didn't know. There were all these dogs and I'm petting all these dogs and petting them and so happy. And he's like, honey, can you come over here for a second? Honey. And I'm like, yeah. Honey, can you come over here for a second? And I stand up and I'm like, yeah. And he pulls me to him and all these people, all of a sudden we're walking on a carpet and he's like, and people are like, Patrick, over here. Patrick, who are you with? Patrick. And it was like the first time I'd ever done anything like that. And I was like, it was just like this jolt of adrenaline and crazy. And like, it was because it was sort of career related. I was like, oh, well, okay. I got to be on the Saturday Night Live stage for, 5 minutes.
Right.
And I got to be on this red carpet for 5 minutes. So I'm good.
It's a pretty good week when you think about it.
It was a very good week.
Yeah.
Felt pretty fun. Yeah, those are fun. That's one of the things, like, even though I didn't like the story and her obstacles, it would have been more interesting maybe or made more sense if she was more self-deprecating throughout the thing. Like if her looks really bothered her, if she had facial hair or she had like a big fupa or like, you know what I mean? Like, or an ass the size of, oh, honey. Oh, you don't know
what a fupa
is?
Do I have one? Do I have several?
No, you don't. You don't. It's disgusting. And I hate to, it's a fat upper pussy area. It's like a thing. I know.
Then how do you know I don't have one? Just out of curiosity.
The last time I'm
not that heavy
roofied you. When we were taking our prom pictures, I felt it and you didn't.
Fat up. Oh, God.
I know, it's disgusting. But I'm saying if there was something that flabby arms, or if she used to be a model or a dancer and now she can't stop eating pizza late at night and she's struggling. Like if there was something that made her insecure about her looks, I would have maybe bought that. Or if there was a boyfriend who called her fat or ugly or,
right.
You know what I mean? Something.
There was no basis for her insecurity.
No. Yeah. And it would have made her relatable.
We're all insecure, but we wouldn't self-sabotage month after month after month when somebody's standing by you and being pretty incredible. I do think Noah Brewster was too perfect.
He was very perfect, yeah.
I mean, my God. He could have a flaw. He could have a moment where he snapped or he didn't say the right thing or do the right thing, but...
Yeah, he handled everything with perfection and grace and style. Yeah, which is kind of the chewy fantasy of it, right? I do want to go see his house, so I'm thinking if you're available later, maybe we could drive up to Topanga. Yeah. And go look for it.
Now that you say that, she accuses him of only dating models, and that's his reputation because he's a rock star.
Yeah.
But then by the end of the book, he's like, nope, that's not true. I dated one model and one heiress, but those were real relationships and they were lovely people. And that's it. And it would have been more interesting if he's like, yeah, I've banged every model all across the world, but now I would like to be with you. And this is real. Then at least it would be like, can I get past the fact that he has actually banged every model?
Yes, I agree with that.
But it's a cop-out to have him say, like, the truth is, no, I didn't,
And I missed a huge thing. I missed it. I listened for it, but then also I was sick and I was listening to it while I was laying in bed. So maybe I fell asleep for some of it. But what was the hair thing? Did he have something that made his hair fall out? I missed it.
No. When he's hosting TNO, her girlfriends are like, oh my God, Noah Brewster wears a wig. He has signature locks, like signature blonde surfer hair. Yeah. And then during the pandemic, he's at home and he shaves his head. And so it's like he admits he's got a receding hairline and he's balding and he starts shaving his head. That's all.
Oh, so it was the receding hairline. That's what it was. It wasn't a medical thing. Okay.
He was wearing something to fill out his hair. And then he admits it like a perfect person. He's like, I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I used to wear a hairpiece and now I don't.
Okay,
that's your big flaw?
Right, exactly. I thought for sure, because you're always waiting in these books for somebody to get cancer, right?
Yes.
The minute that they start to fall in love, I'm like, oh, well, he has blood cancer. So I didn't like the book because nobody got cancer.
Well, someone got very sick. You're being too critical. Someone got sick.
Oh, all right. Okay, yeah, somebody got sick.
All right.
Okay. But then he got better.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Nicely done. Okay. Well, would you recommend it? And if so, how many man jobs would you give it?
If you're a huge fan of SNL and comedy writing, I would recommend it. And then just don't finish it. Just, you know what I mean? Just know that they get together and it's fun. But I don't think you need to listen to the last half of the book. But that first half is really fun. It was really fun for me.
It's also, if you happen to love romantic comedies, I think you would like it. I think, people who really love that genre.
Yes.
And I do. I love the classic films and the more classic books. Eligible is a better romantic comedy. This has some good laughs.
I also wanted more sex. Like, I like the sex. You know what I mean? The more the tight the jeans and the thing.
If you're interested, the werewolf book I just narrated has a lot of werewolf sex.
I would be totally down to hear your werewolf sex. I would like that very much.
Well,
maybe you'll have to assign that
in a month or two. Check Audible.
We are totally going to review your book. You know that, right?
We are not. Never, never, ever, ever.
Okay,
how many man jobs? I'm making you commit.
I'd give it, I don't know, 3.5.
Yeah, I would give it 3.
Yeah,
but I want to go back and retroactively give Eligible 3.75, American Wife 5, and Prep 4.5. Just anybody who is thinking, I've never read Curtis Sittenfeld.
I read Prep. I liked it.
She's worth the reads. She's good.
She's a good deal.
Great. All right. Well, I do have a game for you.
Yay,
but
great.
We're going to do our business.
Let's do it.
Because now we're back into our routine.
Yes.
So, cue the music. Mandcave is a production of True Story FM, engineering by Pete Wright, music by Ian Post. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please, please, please give us a 5-star review and write a review. We're getting lots of stars, which we love and appreciate.
Thank you.
But we are insecure. people, and we need to hear what you like about the podcast. You can throw a suggestion for something you want us to read or listen to in there, or you can throw comments you want us to read on the air, and we will.
Yep. We are total insecure assholes. She's right about that. So we also, guys, we run on fan-supported support, right? The cashola. I don't know what I just said. I said supported twice. But anyway, go to manscave.com/Fandy, Fandy. Become a Fandy. It's $5 a month. You don't have to pay for long distance anymore. So, you have it to spare, and we would appreciate it very much. And also, you can come enjoy our fabulous t-shirts. I agree with you. I definitely hope there will be a Make Jail Great Again shirt. At mancave.com/merch. And also you can join us on Discord. Go to mancave.com/Discord. It's this fun little group chat app where we share little videos and photos and talk about stuff that the normal people don't get to see. So please do come and join us in all those places. We love you and love hearing from you. Was that good?
And mancave.com/merch. You said that? And I
think I did. Okay. I thought I did. But yes, it's all there. Go to mancave.com. Have a heyday. Look around. Feel it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the premise of the book is basically about mismatched couples. Their premise is can a famous, successful 10 be with an unknown regular 4? But
yes,
I took the idea of a mismatched couple. And I have a list of celebrity couples.
Okay.
Some of which are real, some of which are fake.
Okay. I love that you know that I won't know any of this.
Well, that's part of your charm.
Yeah.
Can't stand Les Mis. Fuck you. Okay. So I'm gonna.
I also thought we could call it a fat upper podcast area. That's less offensive. Okay.
I've never heard of any of that. Okay. So I'm going to name 2 people. Hopefully you have heard of them both. You tell me, yes, they were a real couple, or no, they were not.
Okay.
But they're all mismatched to some degree. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got Hugh Grant and Naomi Campbell.
I think that was real.
I made that up.
Oh, he did date a model, though, didn't he?
Elizabeth Hurley.
Oh,
for years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew it was one of them. Okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. How about Jude Law and Lindsay Lohan?
No, definitely not.
That was real.
Wait, what?
Jude Law gets around. So in my extensive research,
I'm sure.
I would pick somebody that I'm like, I think they've had a few celebrity things. And I would just do Jude Law girlfriends list.
Oh my God.
And when I saw Lilo, forgive me everybody for saying it that way, but I was like, wow. Now, it's not to say they had years of romance.
Right.
But they were
seen together.
An item.
Oh my God.
Crazy,
now,
right?
To be an item though, per the book, do you have to go on more than 3 dates? And are we sure they're dates and not friendship? Because we learned from Matthew McConaughey's exquisite novel that sometimes things can get blown out of proportion just because the press wants it to be.
Green light. I don't get paid enough to do that kind of research. So
understood. Yeah, we'll get Phyllis.
I didn't have any parameters. Okay. Another.
I didn't know Jude Law was a cad, though. That's interesting.
Oh, I think he cheated with the nanny and stuff like that. I think he's not such a nice guy.
Oh, God.
Another odd match: Sean Penn and Jewel.
That doesn't sound right.
Right?
Is that right? No.
They were together.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Sean Penn and Jewel?
I know.
Wow. She does look a lot like Robin Wright.
No.
Yeah, they're similar.
She
they're both
does
blonde.
Not. You take that back.
Aren't they? They're both blonde, long
Princess
hair.
Buttercup. I have long blonde hair. I don't look like them.
So if you ended up with Sean Penn, I wouldn't be surprised. That's all.
Okay, what about another guy who gets around? Pete Davidson and Megan Thee Stallion.
Well, isn't he Didn't he? He's with somebody gorgeous, isn't he?
He's always with somebody gorgeous.
Rihanna or something? Who is his girlfriend?
I don't know. Was it Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't think it was.
You're correct. It wasn't. But he's been with Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, Kate Beckinsale.
What the fuck? What does... I do not get that guy. They try to make him a romantic comedy lead. I don't like his face.
Can we stop doing that?
Yeah. He's not going to be the Barry, who's Bill Hader. Bill Hader is weirdly charming and likable and attractive, even though he's not typically handsome. But Pete
not on my
list.
list. Did you know Bill Hader and Anna Kendrick were a thing for a long time?
Really?
That's not part of my game. That's just a side fact.
I did not know that. But what I would like to be a fly on the wall in that room. Not for sex. I don't ever want to see them having sex.
But for the harmonies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have a couple more.
Okay.
I did Sean Penn. What about Madonna, who did date Sean Penn? We know that.
We know that, yeah.
Was she ever with Puff Daddy?
Madonna and Puff Daddy. Boy, I don't think so.
You're right. No, that
she was with Warren Beatty.
Hot dream. Yes. Well, yeah, for a long time.
Uh-huh. And then there was like a French guy or an English guy, right? She dated an English guy.
Guy
because
Ritchie.
then she got the English accent. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Guy Ritchie, yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about Tom Cruise and Cher?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
What? When?
Snap out of it. Yes.
Oh my God.
They had a brief dalliance and their schedules didn't allow them to stay together.
Are they both Scientologists?
She's not.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's why their schedules wouldn't allow it. By schedules, you mean my cult wouldn't allow it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yes, she was not pre-approved. I could have done just a Tom Cruise one because he's had some weird, like I found out he was with Sofia Vergara at one point.
What? Oh my God. I thought he just sort of secretly picked women and then married them. I didn't know he dated at all. He doesn't strike me as a dating kind of guy.
Well, and allegedly the church interviews women. When they found Katie Holmes, they had also interviewed Lindsay Lohan and other young, hot Hollywood characters and the ones who were willing to do it. I can't remember. Oh, Scarlett Johansson, I think, was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
She went for her interview and was like, fuck you. So I think it was her. But
I love her. Yeah.
Fascinating story.
You know how people get back together with their high school flings, whatever?
God willing.
I just want you to know Tom Cruise was my high school
crush.
Everything. He was
not
my
your
everything.
Fling.
Hold on a second.
My actual fling is still in my life and there's still a chance.
Okay. All I'm saying is that if I'm ever on that list, I might go for it.
Okay.
Scientology and all.
Announcement.
Yeah.
All right.
For Tom, who's a big listener. Thank you, Tom.
I've got just a couple more and then I'll let you go and you could tell me what I'm going to do.
Okay.
What about?
Love that.
What about Chelsea Handler? And 50 Cent.
I would believe that Chelsea Handler would date anyone. Yes.
Yes. They dated. They were like a real couple.
Really?
And she says he's the only person I've dated that people still ask about.
She just broke up with a comedian, right?
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Yep.
Kristen Stewart and Kendall Jenner.
I don't, no.
They did not date, but I'm trying to secret that into existence.
Okay, yeah. Something you want to see. Yeah. Oh, that's a whole game is putting people you'd like to see bang. That would be great.
Hollywood matchmaking. We could do that next week.
Ooh, I like that. Yes, we can.
All right, lay it on
You
me.
don't tell me what we're going to do next week. I tell you, Missy.
Yes.
Sit back and I'm going to sing it because you love Les Miserables. So I'm going to sing it. Are you ready for the podcast you're going to listen to? It is Julia Louis-Dreyfus, wiser than me. Okay, there you go.
All right.
So
that is not what you told me that we were going to be doing. So I've been listening to the thing you told me we were going to be doing.
Oh,
but I can be flexible, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Why don't we? do that another time. I figured just one easy, quick episode, but I didn't know that we were committed to the other thing.
No. That is fine. I will do Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
But we can still do the other thing if you want.
No. It's okay.
Okay.
Let's do it. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Okay.
I just wanted to make you feel bad as our parting words.
Oh, that's great. You see how this works out? This is great. Okay, yeah. I figured we'll do podcast, then we'll switch to audiobook. Mix it up a little bit.
Is there a specific episode you want me to listen to?
Well, you can pick. I'm torn between Jane Fonda and Carol Burnett, but I'm inclined toward Carol Burnett.
Of course. But
okay.
I will probably be able to get through them both.
Okay, great. Why don't we do both then? Jane Fonda's the first episode too, which makes me think that maybe that was the best one. You know what I mean? Like our first episode was the best one and the rest have just gone downhill. Yeah.
Well, I love and worship Julia Louis-Dreyfus, so I'm down.
I do too. I thought it's going to be fun. And they're all old ladies, which I love in the best way. Wise ladies. It's fantastic. All right. Thank you for this. This was fun.
Thank you for teaching me about the fupa.
You're welcome. More for you next week.
Please do. Love you.
I love you.